Hi, good night, and welcome to Bank Talk. My name is Jason Clark. And tonight I'm joined by my fellow co-host, Mr. Damian Reed, Mr. Akim Nero, Mr. Sunny Evening, sir. We're glad to have you back with us. And we are also joined by Mr. Clayton St. Hill, who at this point I could probably refer to as a co-host as well.
At this point.
Good night, guys. Once again, Clay, I always have to give a special thanks to you for joining us and sitting in when one of our main guys has obligations that prevents him from joining the show. So once again, Clay, thank you very much for filling in for Collymore.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Yes. And you see, Hassani, you're getting some messages saying that you were missed.
Fans, I love
you. Oh, Lord, no.
It's a pleasure. Happy New Year to the listeners, the viewers.
Oh, Lord.
I was sick.
You gotta get 2 screens now. You gotta get 2 screens to fit head. The fit head, no, 2 screens.
I was just on the campaign trail, so know that everything is over and Auntie Mia is back in business and back on Bank Stock. So happy New Year to everyone and all the viewers, and wishing everyone nothing but peace, love, and happiness for 2022.
I'll say, Mr.
Political PR really came in handy there, bro.
Well said, Mr. Evelyn, sir. And how the guys doing? How the guys doing tonight? Nero, I'm not gonna ask you about your Lakers tonight. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that tonight. First day, 80 first game. Sorry, we had 80 back up last night. We had a W, but still a lot of questions to be answered. But I'm gonna leave you tonight. Just gonna ask the fellas, how the fellas doing. Really, I just let you know. Really, I started here with you tonight. But generally, guys, how the guys doing, man?
Pretty good. I was down the Oval, so anybody that was at the Oval tonight, the Oval was rocking. It was bouncing. It was everything. The atmosphere was. I don't know that I've ever been to the Oval and had that kind of atmosphere. That's the honest truth. No, I'm just talking about the atmosphere, Akeem. I'm speaking about the atmosphere at the Oval. It was fun. Hassani, not so?
Yes, it was. It was electric, Clint.
Yeah,
it was electric.
It really was. The English fans were in full voice.
Sweet Caroline,
we witnessed over 400 runs there tonight. That may even be a record of sixes that got hit tonight. It was as entertaining as a T20 game can be.
You got me jealous here now, man.
Yeah, so it was fantastic.
It was good. Yes, because honestly, I thought the rain would have fall. Because of the close, but it was a fantastic game. Like you had to be. It was fun and dandy to watch it, but being there in the presence, like the fans, it was
different.
Like English fans, like it was necessary English fans, and then had no choice but to applaud the knock by Rovman. Like it was electric.
Yeah.
And as I told them, I tell them don't panic. West Indies can make this a game. And so I said, I tell them they can get the money worth. They can get the money worth tonight.
I could only imagine, man. I could only imagine. It looked definitely entertaining. Well, no question about where we're gonna start tonight here, guys. The West Indies leading England in this T20 series after today's victory. They're now leading 2-1. Had an amazing knock. I don't even know if that might be suddenly not short. By Rovman, Powell, and also Nicholas Pooran also chipping in with a brilliant 70 as well. And then we also had the English also making a game of it, responding with 180 odd in their 20 overs. As Clint said earlier, you had over 400 runs being scored in just about 40 overs. So you can only imagine the shots that were played in that T20 tonight. But first, we're gonna start with the match first match. The match I was played today. We're gonna start there first. I'm gonna break down that match. Really, I want to start here with you because I know, but most of the guys predicted things to go the other way. But really, you know I gotta start here with you. I want to hear your views on the West Indies performance tonight.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. The thing now for me is the follow up. What happens next? But for tonight, they gotta give respect where respect is due.
They gotta call a spade a spade.
Gotta call a spade a spade. Gotta call a spade a spade. But tonight was, I had a privilege as Hassani and Clay. I had to watch it on TV. But even seeing it being home, it was very, very, very exciting. It was exciting. I didn't even know, to be honest, I did not even know about Powell the Party 15 because I didn't, he played first couple games or whatever, but I did not know the Party 15. But my thing is, he informed, he playing a running circuit, that key kind of thing late last year, then he played the Sri Lanka Premier League. He had a good few knocks there. So if he was quote unquote red hot, why got he on the bench? Hopefully now too, know that he get his opportunity and he did what he did. He grasped this opportunity with both hands and carries on from here. Don't let us be a one-off something. Don't let us be next year the same time. You only the 15 for whatever tour they're playing because you had a performances since then. It's the build from this. I continue. I want 50 every game. I want 100 every game, but I want some level of consistency.
Yeah.
And that's for him doing what he did today, but that's holistically for the whole team.
Correct.
Yeah.
I could agree with you there. I could agree with you there.
Boy. You're allowing that.
I ain't saying
all right, Nero. Let me hear your thoughts on today's game.
Today, right? Today was surprisingly pleasing. Surprisingly pleasing.
You want to tell the viewers?
Let me DJ.
Okay.
As Dwayne was saying.
Go on.
Because obviously, I always talk about Pollard and his captaincy and how they like to go about games by bowling first, then the opposition make mistakes, and then you see what on the board. West Indies don't really set targets or bat first well, and they take World Cup years, and then World Cup year you go looking to do that. Not just let the ball and restrict people. You got to look to go and set a target, and today was probably the best I've ever seen West Indies batting first and setting the target. Like in T20 and like recent, I can't remember a time West Indies actually bat with purpose. You understand, from the outset. Even Brandon King, he didn't get off. Brandon King, Pooran came out, and it was like, wow. When I saw Powell, I gave up on Powell. I can be honest, I gave up on Powell. When the Powell come out, I was like, what they really say he out here for? I was like, what was this here? Why Powell? Like Pollard started at this man or something. I was like, why Powell? Powell didn't do nothing in the last since he left UE basically. When he left UE, I was like, this guy got something, and then he ain't live up to it. But sometimes I guess he's gonna hit rock bottom, gonna work hard and come back. And that is one of the best T20 innings international T20 innings I probably ever see, boy. The striking of the ball, how he played his spin. You understand? He manipulated the field. He was just, everything was a big slug sweep. He was just a dab for two. When they get the full slug sweep, hit the straight over cover. That was a fantastic innings, boy. I don't believe these words coming up with more for Robert Powell, but that was a fantastic innings. Pooran gave glimpses of what Pooran's supposed to give you consistently. You understand? That's what Pooran's supposed to do. The openers didn't give me nothing again. I think Brother King was going a bit too hard. He was getting a bit too hard trying to put Gardy on under some pressure. But I was just a bit disappointed in Pollard coming on to the end. As being Pollard, you're going to come in there. You just can't keep sending everybody. Chaperda, these guys having good times, but you're Kyron Pollard.
Yeah,
so,
I think 20 God.
Correct, yeah. But all in all, great in his batting first. Can't ask for more 225. And that was always going to be a challenging total, especially with that England batting. Great innings from batting. Salty at the end, but the 225, that was always enough. That's always enough. The bowling, St. Shepherd is getting a wicket, but it's been a bit expensive. So you're gonna look at probably sharing Shepherd overs because he's gonna be playing. So you're gonna probably gotta share Shepherd overs. You understand? Probably share it with Pollard. Pollard probably share the overs going forward. Hussein take a liking to him today. So they're gonna probably look at matchups now, series but matchups too. So if Barton can probably be writing off, you gotta look to adjust. Moin Ali get off yet. Morgan didn't play today. And
Liam doing the whole Moin Ali Nero started to cut it off. How he's rate this man?
He's an impact player. Liam is an impact player as well. But
I could agree there.
It's good going forward now that West is actually up.
Liam Nelson, the actor?
Livingston.
Nelson. Because that's the only impact person I know. That's the only Liam, besides my son, of course. That's the only other Liam I know that's the impact player.
You'll have your chance. But, all in all, a good win. It's very interesting to see the rest of the series no play out. West needed warming. But sure, England can go back to the drawing board, come up with some plans, some tactics, and look to execute. Because they see everybody looking at a good short side. A lot of slow balls at City all stump. These are things they're picking up for the series so far. So adjust first and execute best.
Well said, bro. Clint, I'm gonna let you jump on here because I know you probably gonna have some added to what your added to your analysis. Thinking I don't know if you're gonna have any rebuttal for your guy Akim Nero, so I'm gonna let you jump in here.
Well, I was going to attack Nero tonight, but as you brought it up, I guess I could probably throw a few jabs or so. Nero is a very pessimistic guy. So before a ball was bowled, Nero said it's going to be 2-1 to England, and I made mention that after Rodman's first 10 balls or so, I could see a clear improvement in what we know Rodman to be. And Nero wasn't convinced, he wasn't having it. So, he's using words like winner. Instead of saying we, as West Indians, he's distancing himself. That type of thing. That type of behavior.
Whoa.
But,
Nero's this true? Nero's this true?
Go ahead. I'll let him finish first.
Okay, right. Yeah, so I just want, that we can stick together as West Indians and, close out the series. But on to the cricket, I thought that we got our selection right for this game. And when I say that, I not necessarily from a personnel point of view, but from a makeup point of view. After the first T20, I had serious concerns about the balance of the team. And I thought that we played too many bowlers. We had essentially 7 bowlers, if you were counting in Pollard. And the batting was not what I really thought it should have been. You had options of bringing in Roston and probably letting him back at 3. You had options of probably playing Mears and letting him back somewhere in the middle order. But I guess they went for Rodman. And I think part of that might have been, we're not privy to what's happening at practice, but part of that probably may be that he is a right-hander as well. So he actually spoke about that in the post-match conference about splitting Pooran and Bravo. So I guess he got the nod probably based on a combination of those things. So I thought they got the balance of the team right today in bringing in a batter. So we started well from there. And then obviously that batting performance was incredibly good. As Nero said, the openers didn't give us much again tonight. However, Pooran and Powell were fantastic. They really were. And the thing about it is the it wasn't just swiping. It was so calculated. Every single thing that we did tonight, the running between the wickets was excellent. I've never really noticed that Robin is actually that good of a runner. Robin was yeah, super quick between the wickets. So we ran well, put pressure on the fielders. No, seriously, that was just a really stellar performance from our batting unit. Like Nero said, I probably thought that Pollard probably could have come. Shepard did a pretty decent job. He then ended up sending somebody else before he came again. Left arm spinner. Allen. Yeah. But just on Powell, right? Because me for sure last week, I would have criticized, especially our batters, not really seeing a lot of improvement in our players. We could count on one hand the amount of players that we've seen improve in West Indies cricket over a period of time. And I know it's only one innings, and I'm not gonna say, he's turned the corner now or whatever, but in Rodman's first 10 to 15 deliveries, it was clear and evident that Rodman went away and worked on his game. It was so clear. Everyone knows that he struggled against wrist spin. You had Liam Livingston bowling from the south, and then Adil Rashid bowling from the north. And I was just there watching because the last time we saw Rodman bat wrist spin, or the 100 times before that, it never worked out in his favor. But it wasn't all power. There was some delicate touches to his game. He played some dinks. He played some slog sweeps that were well controlled. Yeah, it was. He tucked the ball in the leg, say ran two and stuff like that. It was really good. You could tell a man that is one confident and two very comfortable. So it was not like he was just doing these things. It was like, I'm in control. This is my stage. So that was brilliant to watch, and I'm really happy for him. And like really said, you got to back up those performances for the rest of the series and the future series. Bowling wise, I thought we did a pretty decent job. Well, better than the second one there. Second T20, sorry. We forced the batters to hit the ball to the base side a lot more. Variations were good. I thought, generally speaking, the field placing was also good. So, good comeback after losing that second T20. And she really need to go and close it out. No, West Indies like to make things very interesting. But it would be very nice if on Saturday night we are 3-1 up, and we can probably rotate a little bit for Sunday's game.
I take you're mute, Nero.
Before Sunny go, just a point. Not taking anything away from the innings, it was a fantastic innings, but obviously from an England point of view, they would have been planning. They probably would not have planned for Rodman. If you're really being honest, you understand, they were probably planning for Shea, those guys, probably to a lesser extent thinking of Roston if anybody came in. But no, obviously they got a couple of days now to go. Batty John will probably really analyze Rodman. Yes, he's new and improved, but they didn't have Rodman in their plans, but none of us did. So that's something to look forward to the next two innings as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Evelyn.
Yes, please. Been waiting 3 weeks too long to make contributions. Due time. Honestly, like Clint, as we discussed pretty sure, while Royal was coming in, you had to be there. You had to be there. It felt different. It looked different. The innings looked different. Hey, yeah, you see, the thing is, highlights don't show you everything. You know, those who can probably watch highlights. Rodman wasn't just, as Clint said, swiping. This man was playing ball on the merit. This man was hitting balls, not just to let them out hit balls to the covers. I see my play inside out when he was in that cheese. Man, somebody party. Just man playing it effortless and it's sweeping like it's boxman shit.
Yes, I saw it. Yeah.
Somebody said the man in Chapman Lane. Those who know what cancer over where Chapman Lane is, the man was hitting the ball far. And all I was telling myself is, I guess him playing in the Sri Lanka Premier League, the Bangladesh Premier League, the Pakistan, on those turning wickets, seeing spinners all the time, allowed him to be calculated in his system. They ran between the wickets effortlessly. Pooran was Pooran. And Pooran sort of, since the last T20, Pooran was on this savagery when it comes to slapping pace bowlers back. Like this assault. And to me, it was a joy to behold. As a West Indian, you felt great watching our knot tonight. Even though England scored 200 or something, I knew that England would have gotten those runs. But the fact that it was entertaining.
It's just right to get off. You say you know England niggas going to just right to get off. Lord,
he tried to get off, but it failed to launch.
But if it had launched, it would be a lot closer.
But the thing is, the man actually rotated his strike. As Clint said, there was rotation in his strike. There was a lot of yeses. There was push. They had a type in it. Clint, I don't know if you remember this. Like they was actually looking for two. Like there was some instances that these men was looking for two and putting pressure on the board, on the field unit.
Yeah, just hitting the ball on the edgy 30-yard circle.
Yeah,
and running. So the run was very, very good tonight.
And to me, I honestly believe Rodman don't go do that. Rodman, but he take it to Australia because Australia wickets can suit guys like Rodman.
I agree with that statement, but that's the problem. He going clear, but it keep the hunger. Give me something else. Don't live on
There's a lot more.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot.
Show me the hunger that
But I don't think we had a T20 in the World Cup. No.
Who? That's it?
No, I mean in January. Had one in World Cup.
Did Joss make one?
Yeah, he did. He did for you. He did for you.
Joss made 100 games.
T20
Sri Lanka? I think it was against Sri Lanka.
Yeah, but
Joss killed somebody.
What's his name? Yeah,
T20 hundreds was kind of hard.
He's only the third. He's only third to make a T20 international T20 hundred for West Indies.
Yeah, we get Evan and he.
Yeah, according to him, the universe boss.
I know the guys that wasn't there was unfortunate, but like me, like just I get my money.
Brother.
I don't understand.
I know.
I can't even go down.
I get eased on Saturday, man.
Please be hard on them, and tonight is one that I cannot afford to be hard on them. I knew that England was going to try a thing because the wicket was playing true and true. Let's be honest. And to me, T20 cricket should be more about the fans and the spectators than the cricketers itself, because you're trying to draw box office attraction. You want the stands full. I knew England would have tried to get as close to the run as possible because the wicket was playing true and true. And to me, I think I got my money worth.
Can't afford the stars in COVID. 50% capacity, buddy. 50% capacity.
It was fantastic.
Speaking of pitches, though, Hassani, I really hope, because this tonight we would have played on the same pitch.
The best pitch was the first game.
Yeah, but the issue is, once again, I don't know if you could pick that on television, right? But that pitch is so far to the west, right? So as you saw, England, when they were backing our spinners, our spinners were bowling like from the south. Men just playing bare reverse sweeps, Jason Roy and Banton just reverse sweeping because that side is so short. And then when the men go to bite next end, the men just targeting that side is ridiculously short. So I mean, yeah, that may be fine, but everybody got about in the same pit still. But just from a overall perspective, we won twice. We won twice on that wicket that we played on tonight, and This should be. And I would be very disappointed if I turn out the over on Saturday, God's Spirit Lake, and see we playing on that pitch that we lost on. Not just because we lost on it, but just because it doesn't suit us. I think England has a better skill set to play on that Western pitch than we do. Batting ways and bowling ways.
Man, Chapman from the Western pitch. Easy.
Yeah. So
what England was backing on to was the swing early from the top league.
Yeah, and it didn't really swing.
So that was the problem.
Men swing the Greenwich and hands. Yeah. Ironically enough, right, Jess? I was there. I was there.
Yeah.
It was Hutchie, Jabarnos, Nick Parr, and we moved. And ball. We just said, always saying, "You man, as a ball kind of be here, ready man, ready man hit my flat. Man, Robin hit. I can't remember what it was. Flat down there. Ball just come. See when that ball get lit. I ain't giving no boys there, right? As good as a cricketer you might be or seem to be. Just that man a creamy boy by him. You don't want it, But to me, I like this new nucleus of West Indians. If Rodman continue in that vein, West Indies in Australia, and I saying it here now early, give me hard to beat down under. If Rodman continues in that vein, and that train of thought and train of money.
One thing about you,
this is not the Barbados party versus the Quadrille party. This is cricket.
One thing for you, Asai boy. When you believe something and what you know how.
But just he look different. Just he didn't look like
he could easily end up in here, Sunday. Talking about men go chains and the passion. Friends our family package. Friends our family.
Sorry, I let you. Once you believe in something, you was back at 100%. I let you.
The way, as I said, the way how he was backing, it didn't look like it didn't look sluggish. Like I just can't hear the swing couple balls and go back in. It looked like he was actually thinking about it. And it looked like that part of his brain is actually fully functional, and he's aware of the situation. And if he continues in that vein, and he takes that down in India, I think it's India next, and wherever else leading up to that work, Rodman is going to be very dangerous in Australia. Very dangerous. As long as that part of his brain, keeps working. As a disclaimer early, as long as that part of his brain keeps functioning, where he knows to construct that innings, he will do damage down in Australia. Because bowling can turn down in Australia.
I ask you a question, boss.
Just keep sure taking.
First of all, you can't ask me the question when you get beat 3-love down so any boss can ask me that question, but
just control the courtroom now. I already see where they said then 2 horses galloping going. Don't worry. I just see where they say going.
You know get one South Africa. He can't tell me that.
Sunday I hit one over cover. He lost over boy. Met me over short for my food I eating.
So I know you get do.
So that get ready.
Night Sunday he might hit one over cover. He lost over. You never see
that inside that over cover.
I was confused. I thought it was a fluke shot.
We honestly thought Jess would have come out the back. I was saying nah, don't say anything. Don't say anything.
But I basically agree with everything the guys were everything the guys said previously. And to me, what really stood out to me today was the running between the wickets. Like even earlier up, because I didn't get to watch the full game, but earlier up in the Rovman and Pooran innings, you could hear I could hear the calling. I could see the aggressive running between the wickets, and I could hear the calling loud and loud and clear. And we all know that that's something that you that's one of the first things you learn when you go to play cricket. The calling and calling loud, so the other batsman or the other end could definitely hear just know what's going on between the wickets. So that aspect of the game today was very heartwarming to see, to be honest. And once again, like the guy said, pertaining to Rovman, the way he played the spin, like the slog sweeps that some of the slog sweeps that Rovman played today was, I mean, amazing. That's the truth. And how he used his feet, to get to the pitch of the ball, stuff like that. Like, and just like Nero, to be honest, I was not a huge Rovman Powell fan, to be honest. I felt that Rovman Powell had a lot of chances. He had a lot of tries, and I was one that basically was saying, we gave Rovman so many chances, understand, like, why not? Why we keep on giving Rovman a chance and not a guy like Carlos Braffett, to be honest. But his innings today was nothing short of amazing, to be honest. It was great innings, to be honest. It was good cricket, and as a Sunny and Clint, keep rubbing it in. I could only imagine the atmosphere there at the Oval. It was, I could only imagine, man, probably an electric atmosphere. Not the truth, electric atmosphere. But I don't want to harp too much on the negative side, but I want to touch briefly on that second.
Money's worth here, fellas. The money's worth here, man.
I want to touch briefly on that second T20. We were basically getting embarrassed, to be honest, in that second T20, and then we had a last minute. I don't know what to call it, but we had it coming on to the end. We had some brilliant hitting there, and we actually made a game of it. We only ended up losing by 1 run in the end. I was shocked, and I know most of you guys
were shocked. Blame it on Paris.
Blame the
on Paris.
Well, you could get into that.
Man, small that. Not get England that one. We would have been true.
Don't get too carried away with that. Don't get too carried away, Jeff, man. Get it done, man.
The game was done, Nero.
The game was done. Fellas.
No, Ali.
Hear me now.
Go ahead, Nero.
Hear me now. All right. The game gave us a chance to see what Shepard and Hussein are capable of. You understand? Okay. And that's about it. We've seen this many times, Jay. In soccer, you could be up 4-love, bum, 2 minutes to go, and score 2 goals. The game, everything, the game was finished early. The momentum, everything just changed. 4-2. Whoop-de-doo.
Nero, we are not talking about India versus of South Africa. That was a clear conclusion. We're still talking about West Indies versus England. I want you to stay focused.
West Indies.
Yeah, but Nero as finished as the game was, right? So yes,
but that's an important factor.
No, right. Now, yes, I understand what you were saying to a degree, but as Asani said as well too, that game was one call away from West Indies being treated up at this stage. No, serious, but but seriously, so it's not like England stopped playing cricket and walk off the field and West Indies was playing by themselves. England was still trying to get people out, and I think they got jumped, and I guess it's the fans as well got jumped because we know Aki Hussain has batting ability, but we probably would never think that Aki Hussain could hit the sixes that he hit repeatedly. So yes, the game was England probably took their foot off the gas a little bit. Yet there's no denying that. However, I don't think that's a stick to beat West Indies.
I am not beating it, but it's a different mindset. But there's a different.
Acting like if the man was out there swiping, the man was playing authentic cricket shots. Nobody was.
Listen,
there's a difference. There's a difference when the game is on the line. You know, there's a pressure. Know that I have to get 30 from 25, which we've been in this position numerous times and we've failed. Know that we have to get 30 from 8 or something like that, which is less unlikely. get your caution to the wind.
But we're going to be in this position. But Nero Aki saying and Shepard are not there batting and telling themselves that, you know what, this game done, so I can just bat anywhere. Like the man trying to win the game regardless. I don't know what Aki is saying personally, but from what I have observed, he seems to be a fighter. So I think Aki Hussein walks onto a field for West Indies. He's going to believe that he can make a difference. That's just the impression they get. No. So right, but you are saying you are essentially saying that the game was done. There was no pressure, so the man just do whatever and be end up getting close. And I can't necessarily agree.
The game was finished both ways.
It can be finished, and you know almost lost.
I know it's funny. You remember Akil Hussein?
And the man had 6 off the last ball.
But let me ignore Nero for a minute, Clint, because he's a hater. Nero just getting hit.
What was that? The game was done too?
No, Carlos didn't need hit 4 sixes. The rest of him 18 runs.
Jesus. He didn't need 18 runs, Nero.
Dreaming. The rest of him needed 18 runs off the last over.
How much times people get 18 from 6?
It had more
in the last over.
19.
It was 19.
19.
And before that over, how much? It wasn't 21 or 22. So it had enough runs still.
27 or 2 overs is nothing.
Oh, Nero.
With 2 batsmen.
I can't agree with you there, Nero. I can't say that 2 overs is nothing. And it'll work. And it will work up front of all kind of pressure for you.
Nero, you are not putting your salary. You are not putting your salary on Vassini's getting 19 runs from last over there.
No,
you are not doing that.
In a world,
you are not putting your salary.
In a world cup
salary on that.
Nah. You mean again at Vassini, right? Big Marcel McCall's buddy?
I'm talking about that last over.
And
I am speaking specifically to the last over. Don't bring Marlon Samuels into this because I know that's what you want to do. I am speaking specifically to the last over. With all respect to Carlos, you are not going to put your salary on that.
That does not happen.
Nero, that does not. Nobody gonna bet on that.
Nero, come on.
He's shamed.
You know what's funny?
With best so you try to base, so you get on the base stuff is a poor bowler. I understand you trying to send it, bro.
No, we're looking for 6 years now. This base shit 6 years ago. Not base stocks now.
Oh, so he wasn't good then.
He's so not. He is now.
He was interested to
base stocks, but base stocks was never. You get on the base stocks. You get on that we ever labeled base stocks as a poor bowler. He had a poor over. He bowled 4 half volleys.
Base stocks is not a great bowler,
but he wasn't a poor bowler.
But he's not.
And he had it.
And it's a white ball in the 2020.
Let me be real. Let me peel back here. We talk about England.
Then Nero don't get whitewashed. Nero don't get whitewashed. It's a waste of time trying to analyze how Nero. Then Quentin McCall and Van der Glassen will not stop painting bowlers all over you. So it doesn't make sense to argue with Nero.
Obviously, this is a team that's planned and all kind of thing. You understand? So you can't tell me, Nero. Yes,
the plan wasn't for the boy last over.
Nero,
it happened.
Nero. As Clint said, you are not putting your salary on the line here. With all due respect to Carlos Bradford, that West Indies are going to get 19 runs from the final over in a World Cup final to win. You're not putting your salary there, Nero.
Ben Stokes bowling, and he's
like, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Nah.
Every time we draw for playing, every time we draw for bowling or one,
so Nero, we ask you a question, Nero. At the beginning of that over, no ball has been bowled as yet. 19 runs to win. You are confident. You have to do yourself. We got this. We still in the driver's seat here.
Jason, let me ask
you. I asked you a question.
I got
No.
You are in the driver's seat here. Yes or no?
We don't have the time. It's multiple choice.
I can be very sharp. fellas, what Carolus did was pretty. It was like saying on the kid. You understand? The first 4 balls went for 4 sixes. Fellas, you didn't need that. Carlos first ball for 4, get a single. Samuels hit a 6, run 2, and Carlos hit a 6 or 4 top edge. Like it usually happens.
Just
we never seen this before.
Just say move on. Just restrain big time. The point I wanted to make, the West Indies were out of the game in that second T20. However, as we well know, cricket ain't done till cricket done. It's as simple as that. And West Indies, in terms of their team selection, looking to play these all-rounders and bat as deep as possible. So it's no, I don't want to say a signal to opposition teams, no. But people gotta kind of take a little bit of note in terms of our batting, because even Aku is saying don't at 10 or wherever it is that you buy that could still hurt you. So this time ball, I know about this time ball, we only and again so close because there was no pressure. You could see Aku is saying on his knees at the end of the game.
Disappointment.
In pure disappointment. Optics, no.
But Clint, I genuinely believe that the West Indies have not been, dominant in any form of cricket in the last couple of years. Yes, I get that, but I still feel, Nero, to be honest, that yes, we were looking down the barrel, no doubt about that. It was looking embarrassing, but I still feel that no matter who the West Indies are playing against, I still feel that they still have some level of respect for the West Indies team, especially in the T20 format. That's the truth.
I just said that just more. I think it's more Ali or pretty sure it's
more Ali. He said that.
He said, yo, we probably start get a little bit comfortable, but West Indies know. Kind of we a little bit. We got watch. Essentially, we got watch. We saw these men's back deep. So
that's what I said. It showcased Pollard and Hussein. All I'm saying, Jess, is we've seen many times a team requires 50 runs from 2 overs. The game is over. They may have a hit and the man lost by 10 runs. And people that ain't watch the game, they say it was a close game. When really and truly, it was not a close game.
So that game was not close? So that game was not close?
You want to bet salary for now that this game?
They lost by 1 or 2 runs. We lost by 1 or 2 runs.
We talking about the game of just
I hear really here, guys.
I talking about the game. I talking about the second T20. You are saying that game is not close?
No, the game is over early, boss.
I hear really here, guys. I hear really.
I agree. Nero 100% say. Nero saw him.
Now we're talking about on the screen.
But no, be realistic. West Indies is something for 5 or something. So
50, 40, 50.
Exactly.
So
and they're not losing by 1 run. Yes. Hassan start by talking about the umpires. Yeah, we know. I'm not fan of Joe Wilson either. But let's say Joe Wilson had call a wide that first ball, right?
Who's the call away first ball?
But there was a ball in that one that he didn't call away.
The ball before the ball in question.
Whichever, right? He didn't call away. He didn't call one in that over. Let's say he had called it. Who's to say who's saying again?
But see, it's pure speculation.
Pure speculation from here.
It's pure speculation. So I would not go down that line to say, if he called it away, because we could point to so many other things in the game.
Like Nero boy share hope. I Digger y'all could straight back the ball and walk call one. Maybe if he get a single off his next ball, yeah, could have been one run. So it's
West Indies deserve.
I think
whether they lost by 1 run or whether they lost by.
I think can lose by 1 run. And you said the game is not close. So I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that.
Yeah.
If you're talking deserve to lose, that's a different argument. But you can't tell me that a team has lost by 1 or 2 runs and you tell me that the game is not close. That's absolutely
and the thing is, as Clay said too, these are guys that we know have batting ability. It's not like Courtney Walsh and Ambrose going there and win the game for the West Indies. Exactly. If that was the case,
Shepard got first.
Nero,
then it would say that it was probably over.
Just give me a second. I was trying to leave Nero, but I have to hammer Nero on this note. This is a very poor analogy. You know, he keep bringing this football analogy, or he watch games that finish 2-1, and people. Nero, that is completely different. Barcelona could be playing against a team from both in the Ivy Rovers, right?
Wait. All right, Clint, get him.
Barcelona gone to level, knocking the ball, got 99% possession, and I don't know, the referee decided that he forget the referee. Let me go with a legitimate goal. Rovers get a corner kick and ball and then he back in net. So yeah,
at what time? No.
In the 90th minute. In the 90th minute, because this is the analogy that you're trying to bring.
Yeah, you can't.
Nero a cricket game. What? Just listen. You cannot judge a cricket game and a football game on the same scale. There's two completely different things. West Indies coming within 1 or 2 runs of winning a game cannot be compared to a football game finishing 2-1.
No, the game was over.
Nero, you cannot dominate. England cannot dominate a T20 game from start to end, and a team win by 1 or 2 runs. It's not possible. It can happen in football, but it cannot happen there. That's the same with basketball. A basketball game can done 98 to 97, and you tell me that Lakers absolutely dominate the Bulls for the entire game. How the 97? All Bulls end up with 97 points.
Yeah.
All right. I got one last one. Before we move on, a team wants 37 runs to win from 1 over.
How they get there? 37 runs?
37.
How they get 27
runs?
37 runs?
Sixes, and you lost by 1 run. That game ain't close. That game so
close.
Just move on, please.
Unless somebody want to know a ball or something.
Just move on. Just move on, please. Just move on.
When I got me real bad though.
Just move on.
The game is over. 37 for 1.
Let me deal with hip hopper.
The game was never mathematically over with West Indies. So don't bring things that are not relevant to what happened. The game was never mathematically over.
Right. They got 2 more days. They got 2 T20s left.
Let me deal with hip hop. He's the Ole man. United game. The game is a ball. United game dominate on possession the whole game. And in the 90th minute, the 93rd minute, with 10 seconds left on the clock, United can score a goal. United get you in the injury time winner. Nero can come here with he United shirt, chest high, United big side, man. We win in the death. But all of a sudden, because it's West Indies, the big bad every Saints. They may come back again, but you see clean. It's easy for that young boy from St. Michael to stop playing TV and watch it. Because he wasn't there. He was amongst the atmosphere. The man battle Rashid last over Jace.
How many people are going by then?
You know what? Rashid was
that's not true.
Nero doesn't like.
Nero
start to fight out.
Nero that is not true. Nero that is not true. The man was saying
Rashid
is not true.
Damage. Let him face up Rashid. The man block up Rashid over. I went to tone point everybody else. So I don't mind that boy, Mr. Nero.
My game was never close. Yeah.
The fact that.
So the last over was very cool.
I told the gentleman
Nero, the last over, you're Ian Morgan, and that last over, and you are very, very cool. At no point you start to get sweaty, nothing.
No point.
Move on, Jay.
But Clint,
my time leaving. One night.
Yeah, you would
not live long enough to hear Nero say, you know what, I was wrong. You will never live long enough to
say, I know Nero near 2 decades now.
For decades.
We had many arguments pertaining to sports, boy. Those words have never.
If but in the more Governor General, if the president is coming to see people that live to 100, if you live to see 200, Nero, you ain't gonna live long enough to see Nero say that.
No.
Listen, Nero will live to 99 and a half, and that tells you, Governor John, the president come and visit me because I almost get it. Almost ain't count, buddy.
Yeah, Nero.
Exactly. So if almost ain't count, you want one loss ain't count, then son, you know, fella.
Left the match felt like it was a win. That match was winnable.
My Jess say move on now. Maybe go to first T20. Just so we go first T20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, read my blood pressure.
Yeah. If the guys want to touch on the first T20, anybody want to, highlight anything on the first T20? I guess.
Again, last if we're going to talk.
Floor open to that.
on just in terms of the first T20, Jason Horder doing Jason Horder things like Mecca down there new. That's
he bowled 4 for 7. 4 for 7.
Right?
Yeah,
4 for
amazing
7.
stuff. Amazing
like
stuff.
That's nothing new. Jason Horder, Kensington Oval. I expect to see a statue or a star name after he in the near future because he's been dominant at the back. So I didn't expect nothing new. Brandon King, however, it was good to see Brandon King in multi runs. I'm of the opinion that Brandon King should never been dropped from the 2020 side.
Mm-hmm.
What opinion is that? Sorry.
Nero. Please continue.
Sorry.
I can't answer to nobody that no get what washing so far.
Finish the way saying, Cassandra, you're saying that you don't think King should have get dropped.
Honestly, because at that time he was looking to rebuild the T20 side. Yes, it was good. He needed to give Brandon King an extended run in the team because technically he's able. It's not he's a swiper. He has a technical get. He's technically sound, and he should have been one to carry right through as grooming for the next batch in the last World Cup, last T20 World Cup. Instead of dropping that brain back the old heads. Can't have a loss to meet or play with a big one.
There you go. That's he should be there instead of Gil. Don't be right, but say. Come down with us and say.
I ain't saying he should be there. I just said that he should have been playing the same as open battle with Evan Lewis. I just saying that after the whole and pass and whatever, that was the next group that we should have worked with, even though we was getting beat, giving those guys the experience. Because Brandon King was relatively new on the international scene. And you carry down, he first was down inside Pakistan. That's like you score international runs and your first tours in England against James Anderson and Stuart Broad and them playing. Well, you can get mad. You gotta get accustomed. Go play cricket on these different grounds. And to me, I honestly believe Brandon King and Evan Lewis can be my 2 T20 openers in Australia should be. Without a shadow of a doubt. We gotta work with them. We gotta start trying to recreate memories and look for the next generation. We got enough talented youngsters that coming up to the cricket now that if we play with them they can get good. West Indies problem ain't the boundary hitting, It's what's happened between the boundary hitting that's the problem. But if guys like Brandon King and these guys come to the ranks and they start Rodman obviously working the ball, West Indies can be the team to beat. They can be the team to beat again. That's just my 2 cents. And they got time for Brandon King. His ability, I think, suited for T20. I won't play him and Shea or play the batting all the time.
Agreed.
Once Evan Lewis is fit, it will gotta be one or the other.
If it.
Evan Lewis has to quality, sir.
For how long?
Yeah, as well.
Let me not say it.
He got sense on straight.
No. It's because he was not match ready. He was severely ill. So in terms of breathing,
he'll be ready in 4 weeks though.
Yeah.
But carry on.
So,
but carry on.
I got time for Brandon King. It's either one or the other, Jace. Once Evan Lewis is fit, is one or the other that can open the back.
Can't be both.
For me. Can't be both.
Agree. Jace, sorry.
It was clinical. It was a good performance. It was great. Fans out in Kensington Oval for the first time. you know, it was fantastic for us West Indians to go and enjoy cricket for the first time at Kensington Oval in about 3 years. So it was good.
Yeah, I just want to say that going back to that first game, right? I thought that was one of the more professional performances that we've had. Like, it was so complete. It was just like it was just like we were just on top from beginning to end. Like we caught well, the field placing was good. We put balls in good areas. And then when we went to bat, I said, you know what, this might be a little bit tricky, but it was almost as though this was just a club game on a Saturday for our batters. It just went about it just real easy. And yeah, it wasn't the headless batting or anything like that. Just real professional from start to end. You can't really point to much that I can't really point to a lot that we did poorly or anything like that. So that was actually pretty good. So yeah, that just made 2 cents on that first game.
I want to hear Nero. I'm hearing.
I mean, you don't have to, guys. Just if anyone wants.
Right. That's it. That was a typical West Indies performance. England first game out. West Indies looking to bowl first. I let England make the mistakes. Can't say it was a professional performance. I would say just about. Because obviously, when you look at some of the dismissals, it was more of the England poor batsmanship. Roy Randall missed, so he crossed the ball. When Ali scooped the ball, everything he bats. Vince scooped the ball, everything he bats as well. So Wesley didn't let him get off. And then batting, I'm not the biggest fan of Brandon King. I believe if he's going to get a run, it should be more than one day setup or even Test cricket. Because when they look at T20 players, they look at you versus the best in the world. I look at you, what you're going to give me in a power play against Boomer, what you're going to give me a power play against Star, you're going to give me a power play against Bull. And I don't see Brandon King as the guy to do that consistently. It could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, come back and raise my hand. But when I look in, boy, but for me, the type of player he is, I don't think that's his game. One day cricket, I think he set up more for that. But Evan Lewis and them boys, I don't really want to hear about them boys, to be honest. But I know how the thing goes, and they will be back on the cricket when the big day comes. So,
but what you want to hear about Evan Lewis? But Evan Lewis had a good.
It's sickening, Hassani. It happens over and over and over. He doesn't play Test cricket. What were you doing all the time? And then you want to COVID. But it's like this man play every other series, brother. And it's not my dad. I ain't going for nothing. But it's not them just saying this like one time.
But you would play this series if not for COVID, where you can't keep him out for COVID.
How you know that for a fact?
But the man get COVID, so we don't want to keep him out for COVID.
But cricket playing in Bangladesh now too, so and that money might be more. So you know, that can make sense. To be real.
He ain't going on there. He ain't going on.
Because he got COVID according to you, and he ain't match fit. So if he was match fit, only God knows if he would be here. No, be realistic.
Nah, Evan Lewis would have played the whole series against England. Nah.
I think your mic is muted.
If I Bravo always match fit though.
Really, you added anything?
He probably practiced social distancing.
Not really to either agree. It was a pretty clinical performance. He bowled him up cheap. It wasn't that okay. We got 104 against, so Louis hit 15 sixes. I'm really seeing 3 overs. They played well.
Yeah, it was a pretty good calculated innings. Yeah. 2 more games in this series, guys. How the guys see this year panning out? Really? I want to start here with you. I want to get your predictions early out here, really. How you see things panning out right here?
In order for me to win this series, we're going to win Sahara.
Yeah, give a candidate.
If England wins Sahara, 3-2 to England.
So we go
So
all on Saturday.
So you're going to be at the Oval on Saturday? If you're going cricket Saturday, we get lost.
But we get all that. Furthermore, right? Furthermore, I move at you. Once I come in from home, I move at you. If we got win Saturday, if it all tied up one in the final game, I will get to England.
Fair. At this point, with the momentum playing at home after this dominant performance today, I can't see how West Indies can win one of these two.
Thank you, Jace.
I can't see
Furthermore, right? In my mind, in my mind, and I believe in England mind, and Clint can attest to this. England, as much as England win that second T20, in their mind, England lost. That game should have never come down to that. That game should have never come down. Yes, West Indies played brilliantly in the last 5, but it should have never come down to that. Them men got Phil Salt. It's Salt. An opener batting at 6 or 7. Madness. You got Liam Livingston. You got versatility. What you think there's a fact?
I got the series. I got the series at 3-2, man.
To who? You was out 4-1. You was out 4-1 last week to England. So
3-2 to West Indies.
There's a massive swing. Hassani will know about swing politics. I mean, there's a serious swing. There's a big swing there, boy. You were 4-1 to the end.
I want it to be 3-2 going into the. I want it to be 2-1 going into the last game. I want it to be series with them.
We can
no, I mean just for viewership.
Okay.
For over to gain the. I get over Sunday if it's 3-1.
Why?
Then why you over Sunday?
I want to be able to get it over Sunday with 2-2. You know. Pressure no,
and then the characters that
players
no, that you tell you looking for a talking point that Wednesday.
That's all you know. Even if you think it on the road, you can't say it's on the road.
See what? I know. See if my lesson been 3-2. I thought viewership for sports, you know.
First of all, the viewership is not on sports because ESPN has the right to the game.
ESPN.
So you quoting the people wrong.
So all you care now about ESPN viewership. That's
viewership.
Yeah,
it's not going to be the same. Going to the over 3-1 and they make 16 changes.
Nero, you are talking. Exactly. On Saturday, everybody at the over.
You mean from that aspect?
On Sunday. Yes.
I talk about cricket lover in me.
It's cricket lover in you.
That's solid cricket, competitive cricket.
How you see things, Piano, on St. Hill?
I agree with you. I can't see West Indies. No, I can't see. It's possible, but based on what we've seen so far, I would like to think that West Indies will win at least one out of those 2 games. I would love for it to be on Saturday because Sunday pressure on things could get a little nervy and a little tight. So
they can?
Pardon?
They can?
It will be. So I think that we can win at least one against. I think we've been the better team in the series, to be honest.
Definitely.
Pound for pound. Definitely. And I'm not overly thrilled with I fear a lot of those English players. Obviously Livingston is dangerous. Roy is dangerous. I think he probably still got an innings to play in this series too. That could define the game. But pound for pound, I think we have been better than them. And I would put some money on us to win at least one of those games, and hopefully a Saturday. So at Sunday is a party. Pardon?
We just
10
short-term memory. We maybe all squared up. We lost. We start hard against South Africa last year. To all of the fun again. 3-2 South Africa. Win on Saturday. Win the series.
Fair point, really.
Lose on Saturday, I game with India. I mean England, sorry.
Fair point. Well, We will see how things pan out in the Sunday. You're saying
I think that man, I meant no games to start home. I feel these man. You put this negative energy.
That energy, that energy.
I don't like the energy no more. I don't like the energy that in the atmosphere. I don't like how these men manifesting. I don't like the manifestation of this.
As long as you're coming from home and moving you.
That's why I ain't gonna tell for home call. I ain't
my car for drive here. I'm gonna drive myself down
there. I said like after, you know, like it was good. Like it felt so refreshing to be at Kensington Oval. It felt refreshing. Just be amongst your peers and seeing fellas, you know, and just enjoying cricket. For me, cricket is the winner at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And this is the jump start that the country and the economy and the whole needs. You know, like we're bogged down for so long and I seen everybody a big bash, IPL, and you was praying for little cricket. So I hope this is a stepping stone towards not only
election. What the devil? You don't want to talk about country, the economy, and all that.
And local cricket. Local cricket and the whole will probably be next on the agenda.
Yeah. Hopefully. I know. I saw Melissa commented something pertaining to that a little earlier. I know Clinton and Nero for sure are ready and hoping for some local cricket.
But there's a rumor.
Next year.
I was made to understand that Mr. Akin Nero is looking for a new club. I'm not saying that.
Guys,
I hear that he said, and I quote, I don't know if the quote is true, that he's looking for a new challenge and he's looking to get his name out there in the West Indies selection. I'm just saying that he's looking for a new club. Not saying he's leaving Yorkshire, but that's just on the rumor mill as of 26th of January 2022.
I am not going to touch that. I am going to leave that right there, and I am actually going to. We're gonna here now, guys. Oh, that
phone's going crazy.
Blowing up,
man. Whoa.
Well, guys, like I said, West Indies leading 2-1 in this series. Final 2 games coming up this weekend. Hopefully, the West Indies could win at least one of these games, and it should be a good start. It would be a good start to this England tour. Clint, you know, once again, we want to thank you for joining us again. We always value and we always appreciate your input on the show.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Once again, thank you. Once again, we just want to thank all of the viewers for continuing to tune in each and every week. Just don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video whenever you do get a chance to watch it. Thank you and have a good night, everyone.